Shifting to victim recovery today in the Potomac River. You can see dive teams taking to the water last night.
As we mentioned, 14 figure skaters were on that flight returning from the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. And now Central Virginia's ice skating groups are grieving the loss of fellow ice skaters.
8 News reporter Sahara Sriraman spoke with a local ice skating coach who knew one of the coaches killed in that crash. She joins us live from the Digital Center with more details. Sahara.
Deanna, ice skating coach Eric Meyer has spent decades in the sport, building relationships with coaches and skaters across the country. Tonight, he's sharing his heartbreak after losing a friend and fellow coach in the crash last night.
All of our thoughts and prayers, you know, that phrase gets used too much, I think, sometimes. But right now it's true that we're all just thinking of the families and the loved ones that have lost people.
Among those on board the American Airlines flight that collided with a Black Hawk chopper and crashed into the Potomac Wednesday night were figure skaters, their coaches, and family members returning from the national championships in Kansas. Eric Meyer, a longtime coach at Richmond Ice Zone, knew one of the victims, Alexander Kirsonoff, a respected coach at the University of Delaware. He remembers Kirsonoff as a kind and devoted coach, father, and husband.
There's a lot of pain to go around.
The ice skating world is tight-knit, and for Myers and others, the loss hits close to home. The grief, he says, is mixed with shock, sadness, and uncertainty.
Shock? It's still, I don't know if it's really sunk in yet. Pain for his, for his daughter and his wife. All his students, because when you teach figure skating, your students are almost like your kids.
Kirsonoff was traveling with his students when the crash happened. Meyer says their skaters often competed against each other, making this loss even harder to process.
There's so many moms and dads, grandparents, kids, everybody just lost somebody. I know that the next competition I go to, and when I see his daughter and I don't see him, that will be hard. But it will be hard for everybody.
Now, officials are still working to piece together what happened, but have stopped their recovery efforts, with 40 bodies recovered so far. Stay with 8 News as we bring you updates on this devastating story. Live in the Digital Center tonight, Sahara Sriraman, 8 News.